Ram was a Suryavanshi and Krishna a Chandravanshi, but both are avatars of Vishnu. No one Vansh is superior to the other. God does not compare the two or judge them. He'll appear in both. Ram's Vansh is straightforward, clear cut. Krishna's is not. Krishna is Leela Purushottam. He knows that the people he is dealing with are never going to talk or behave honestly. To deal with a manipulative family, you have to become manipulative. In a straightforward family, you can be straightforward. Did the Suryavansh influence Ram, or was it the other way round? Did Krishna influence the Chandravansh or vice versa? These are interesting questions that can be discussed and are worth thinking over. The admirable thing about our Shastra is that they always talk of balance, of one thing complementing another. There's never too much of one thing. Even in our food, sweet and sour are balanced to bring out the taste. Likewise, the flavor of Bharatvarsh comes from both Vansh. Are there any stories like Ilas and Buddhs in the Suryavansh? One of Ram's ancestors, Yuvanashva, has two wives but no children. So he does a yajna. And by mistake, he instead of his wives drinks the potion from the yajna. As a result, he gets pregnant and delivers a child from his thigh called Mandhata. So, Mandhat's father and mother are the same person. A very ancient period is often referred to as being from Mandhata's time. In one version of the story, Yonashva wondered how he is going to feed the baby since neither he nor his wives can produce milk. There is a belief that gods have milk, not blood, running through their veins. So Indra cut off his thumb and the baby feeds from it. So when children stuck their thumb, it is a trait said to have come from Mandhata. Was Manu connected to both these Vanshas? Surya's son is Manu and Manu's children are Ikshvaku and Ila. Today, when we refer to the Manusmriti, we speak of the Dharma Shastra which is recent, about 1500 years old. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana speak of Manu, who was the first man. When the British visited India and wished to know who was our equivalent of the Bible's Adam, they found Manu, the founder of both the Surya and Chandravanshas, and labeled him as India's Adam. And they simplified the Manusmriti as Adam's rules, which is not how it really is, because we have so many versions of the same thing here. Geographically, where are the Suryavanshis and Chandravanshis placed? There is some speculations about it, and it cannot be proved. The Mahabharata, the story of the Chandravansh, supposedly takes place north of the Ganga. Uttar Kuru, Indraprasth is in Delhi. Kurukshetra is in Haryana. Gurgaon or now Gurugram. Panchal is towards Punjab. The story of the Suryavansh, the Ramayana, is set in the southern part, around Bihar, Ayodhya, Mithila, etc. Ram also travels past the Vindhyas into the Dandaka Aranya and goes to Lanka in the south. Buddha too is associated with the Suryavansh as in Mahavir. Some believe that the Chandravansh is older than Suryavansh, but in the Purans, the Suryavansh always comes first. It dominated the Treta Yuga, and when I say Bharatvarsh, it is because Bharat was the king and he is a Suryavanshi. Was there ever a union between the two Vanshas? Any overlapping or intersection? Shakuntala's father, Vishwamitra, was earlier King Kaushik, who was a Suryavanshi, and she marries Dushyant, who is Chandravanshi. Another connection is in the Mahabharata. During the Great War, Abhimanyu kills one of the Ram's ancestor, Brihatpal. The Purans mention various lists of lineages, which sometimes cross over and it can be quite confusing. So one has to see the idea, not the details. Karan is Surya's son. So was he a Suryavanshi? Interesting question. In the Ramayana, Sugriv is a Suryaputra. In the Mahabharata, it's Karn. These are separate stories and have no connection with the Vanshas. Surya is a Vedic god who may have children apart from the Vanshas. So, although Sugriv is a Suryaputra, the main Suryavansh character in the Ramayana is Ram. In the Mahabharata, Karna is a Suryaputra, but the story is of the Chandravansh. These concepts cannot be mixed. Is there any other story of the Chandravansh? Ila's son is Purarva, whose son is Nahush. Nahush does so many yajna that the gods are pleased with him. Once, when Indra has to perform tapasya for some times, he appoints Nahush as temporary king of the gods, since he has all the desired qualities. However, Nahush gets carried away and begins to think of all the things in heaven. Chintamani, Kalpatru, Kamdhenu as his. Even Indra's wife, when he approached her, she is shocked. To teach him a lesson, she tells him to ask the Saptarishi to bring him in his palki to her chambers, as they do for Indra. The Saptarishi are horrified at his request, but they agree. One of the rishis is Agastya, who is short and walks slowly. Nahush gets impatient and kicks him. Agastya curses him and says that he will roam the earth as a snake and someone from his family will save him, and in return he will teach them never to be so conceited. In the Mahabharata, the Pandavas meet Nahush in the forest and he advises them to never become arrogant like him or else they will lose their kingdom. These negative stories are usually of the Chandravansh but are interesting nevertheless. All the stories in shadow are associated with the Chandravansh and stories in light with the Suryavansh. So, this is it for today. I'll be back. Till then, keep smiling and keep listening beautiful stories too.